Hello and welcome, I'm Anthony Hudson. We're live from the Adelaide Oval. You're with us today for a pre-season match between Port Adelaide and Geelong. This is the moment the players have been waiting for. Finally, they get to indulge their competitive instincts again after months of gruelling pre-season training. Now it's time for the players to take to the field. Radaglia competing fiercely. Through the centre square he goes. No prior, and we'll have a ball up. Sweet with a deft tap. Rosie, a model of consistency. They're going nowhere, and we'll have a stoppage near the centre. Stanley wins it down. Holmes getting his hands on it early. Dangerfield, good vision there. Butters runs onto it. Squeezes the kick. Radaglia. This is very strange. The sprint is on. Jones gathers on the half volley. Quality delivery by foot. Lowers the eyes. Georgiades on a lead. He doesn't waste many. The power, moving the ball well. He's made a bright start. Atkins makes good contact. Rosie. Cameron runs onto it. Smith running in support. Stewart, they could almost have raffled it. Close. This should end in a shot at goal. Jones, he's been busy so far. Honours the lead. His field kicking is normally first rate. O'Sullivan navigated the traffic. De Koning, Stanley, Rosie leads his opponent. Burne-Jones, Dangerfield with a clumsy tackle has conceded a free kick. Rosie, Aaliyah under pressure. Key contest coming up. Atkins, we've seen that before. Should have done better. Drop punt and he has put it away.
I feel better now they're in front and getting some reward on the scoreboard.
The power, more underdogs coming in, but they look anything but in the early going. Sweet with a deft tap. Boak, Rosie. It's been a lacklustre affair so far. Stanley wins the tap. O'Connor, careful with the kick, decides to go. Manna, plenty of heat in this game. Smith, approaching the 50, going at his first, and he's got it.
That's a real bonus. Terrific composure under pressure.
Good match so far. Punch clear. Bowes trying to find a path. Stanley, Burgoyne mops that one up, spills out in the tackle. O'Connor, they've given it back, gets the kick away. Sweet wins a hard ball. Burgoyne felt the pressure there. Close with the intercept mark. O'Connor, Stengel, that's good work rate. Stanley had some assistance. Myers, Holmes has found some space. Lace out, great footy.
He'd kick this more often than not.
He doesn't miss many of these, and he hasn't missed that one.
You're limited as a defender when the ball gets swept forward like that. Sometimes there's just not much you can do.
The Cats having a good patch. The big men fly. Bowes, Smith. It's hard to work out what they're trying to do here. That's an uncharacteristic mistake. Rioli takes the responsibility, just needs to finish. Finish he does.
He might just be in for a big day.
2 goals each for the quarter. The big men fly. Boak winds. Their appeals have fallen on deaf ears. Stanley punches it out of the ruck. O'Connor, Smith, what can he do with it? Pepper runs onto it. He's done brilliantly. Punched away. Stewart. No way through there, and they'll reset. Stanley wins the tap. O'Connor on the same page as his ruck. The tackle slips high, free kick. They'll contest in the centre square. Felt the pressure. That's poor play. He's given it a tug and missed.
Perhaps he should have looked to lay that one off. He'd miss more of those than he'd kick.
They've set up well for the kick-in. Manna pushes into space and receives the footy. Myers can keep it moving. The power in front at quarter time. Positives for both sides and a great game in prospect. Gary Lyon is down on the boundary. Gaz, what have you got for us?
The Power have put in a strong performance so far. There's still a long way to go, of course, but they've laid down a template for how they can beat this side. They've come in well prepared and are playing a disciplined brand of footy that sees them in this contest up to their eyeballs.
Thanks for those observations, Gary, as we get back underway. We've got a whistle. Umpire's ball. Sweet wins it down. Wines fighting hard. Neil marks it centre half forward. Feeds it out. Myers into the action again already. Drew gets in the way. Wines in the centre square. A good kick here and they'll be in business. Close. Throws it on the boot. Wines spoils. Farrell. What can they muster from the back half? He's leading all comers for disposals. Sweet, working hard and being rewarded. Neil, they should have been going forward. Now they'll have to defend. He's normally better than that. Well-weighted kick. Cameron marks on centre wing. Sweeping handball. That'll work. Mullen, bad error there. Stewart in the centre square. Dangerfield, close. Stengel has a way of drawing the footy.
This is what he gets paid to do, kick these goals.
I think that's online. It is. They've hit the front.
That was a fantastic passage of play, and it got the reward deserved.
The Cats have the edge, but they're in a dogfight. Don't worry about that. The big men fly. Rosie only knows one way. Neil affects the turnover. Burgoyne cuts it off. Conservative kick. Manor wins it back. Great mark. Stanley. Myers does well under pressure. Dempsey collects the half volley. They'll bide their time. The lift door's closed on him, and he's gone. He's been industrious. Farrell. He might have thought about the corridor. They must tidy up their kicking. He's been quiet. That's an impressive mark. O'Connor, he's everywhere at the moment. Great footy. They're hard to stop when they move the ball like that.
Kicking at his first.
She's a little dirty, but this is like 66 week.
No problems there.
That was reminiscent of Tony Plugger-Lockett, the way he used his body, then went back and put it straight through the middle.
The Cats with a break now. Sweet with a deft tap. Drew displaying great endeavour. Delivers to centre half forward. Good thinking and good execution too. Hand pass cut off. That's taking a risk. It doesn't get much worse than that.
Straight in front, should not miss.
No trouble at all.
The big forward is threatening to blow this game apart.
The Cats have opened up a break. The big men fly. Butters. Not sure who that was meant for, but it's been picked off. Myers had his name written all over it. Great play. Sweet, making his claim for the Golden Fist Award. That's a well-placed kick. Farrell, he's lost it. This spells trouble. Looks good. He's steered it through.
The Power have got to find a way to put the clamps on. They're too easy to score against at the minute.
The Cats are showing why they were well back to win this match. Sweet punches it out of the ruck. Drew winds. What's he got on offer? We'll have a ball up as we approach half-time. Stanley showing his skills. He's not one to take a backward step. Atkins, the pressure is fierce. The kick is a poor one. He'll drive them inside 50 yet again. Bowes thought his way through it. Dempsey has found some space. Can he impose himself on the match? Stengel, Mullen, Dempsey. They're going hammer and tong. This is good ball movement. Might be time for one more score here. He's been busy so far. Sin. He's so clean with the footy. Bergman. We've hit the long break and it's a handy margin, but by no means a match-winning one. This game's very much in the balance. Time to check in with Gary.
The Cats have been better in most areas and deserve their lead, but this is far from settled. They're well aware how dangerous their opponents can be, so they'll have reinforced during the break how important it is to maintain their intensity and ensure they don't let them back.
We'll see how it plays out. Thanks, Gary. Stewart, Humphries getting involved. Myers works hard to present. The Cats moving the ball well. Looking to hit up the short option. Vaughan Francis picks it off. That's poor kicking. Manages to find a teammate. Can he be the fire starter? Atkins. They must be sick of the sight of that. He's normally good on his non-preferred. He seemed completely unaware of the company he had. Dempsey working hard and presenting well. Mullen has charged into space. Atkins tries a safe ball. The Cats are out of trouble, picking their way through. Got to go now. What can they build here? Neal navigated the traffic. Guthrie, Dangerfield. Mullen into the middle with the kick. They've turned it over. His field kicking is normally first rate. Guthrie says thank you very much. Bowes. Was that a legitimate attempt to get it out? The ump gives him the benefit of the doubt. Sweet has shaded the ruck battle despite the scoreboard. The Power are good with their hands. Sweet, Richards, Dangerfield, one step ahead. Bowes on a lead. He doesn't waste many. The kick was centimetre perfect. Dishes it off. Close, keeps it low. Guthrie made the footy his. Stewart. They asked the question, but the umpire will have it. The two big men do battle. Butters does the roving. Wines. Burgoyne. Drew. Hacking it forward. O'Sullivan doing what he does best. A little overzealous there and they'll get out of trouble. Lowers the eyes. It was always his. Humphries. That's a good option, and this looks promising. Takes the short option. Honours the lead. Happy to be patient and wait for an opening. Atkins. All alone in the centre square. Dangerfield. Mullen. Under pressure. Bowes. Gets the kick away. Boak went bang. Sweet. He's been a shining light. We're still waiting for the quarter's first goal. Stanley wins it down. Mullen, Stengel. They're tackling with great intent. Stanley is teaching him a lesson. Stengel, Bowes. This will be another one. Oh, they can do no wrong.
The Power are on the ropes. And there's spark before this one gets away from them.
It's all gone to script for them so far. Plenty of work ahead, though, as we restart. The big men fly. O'Connor, he just keeps racking up disposals. Lays it off. Can they catch them out on the turnover? Drew needs a good decision. From outside 50, it's a magnificent kick.
That's a real bonus. Terrific composure under pressure.
The Power are right on the ropes now. Marshall, he's been beaten, but he had a win there. Wines. Wasn't a great kick. They've turned it over. O'Connor. Marshall read it well. Delightfully done. Aaliyah moving the footy laterally. They've opened them up here. Ignoring the corridor for now. Quality delivery by foot. They're in danger of a goalless quarter. Stewart is proving hard to pass. Close. Cameron in some space on the wing. Gives the handball away. Both takes an excellent grab. I've liked his game today. Spud Frawley would have loved that one. Stewart. The Cats might be in a spot of bother. They desperately need this. Only a behind.
You can't afford to miss gettable shots against a good side when you're already behind.
He's off. Happy just to mop up these last moments before the break. Three-quarter time, and this one is almost decided. One team very good today, and the other certainly below their best. The big men fly. Butters. He's everywhere at the moment. Burn-Jones. Marshall. The Power should score here. Pau Pepper. You wouldn't expect him to have any trouble from there. And he doesn't.
They've got to find a way to get him into the game. We know how damaging he can be.
The Power need to follow that goal up. Stanley continues to have his way. Holmes gets his kick despite the heat. Gee, they're playing well. They've picked their way through. It's a poor entry. A waste, really. Chips to half-back. Winds. That's good work rate. The Power might be about to start something. Burgoyne presents in space. The Cats have denied them the corridor. De Koning on centre wing. Guthrie not wanting to bomb to a contest. A bit of keeping's off. The kick is precise. He's been quiet. Well played. Big ball to be won here. Punched away. Butters. That has to hurt. Close. Good vision there. Stanley. Stengel demanded the footy and got it.
That was an excellent passage of play to set up what should be an easy goal.
Stengel gets his second.
They've been consistently able to find avenues to goal through quick and direct ball movement.
We thought this one might be close, but it hasn't turned out that way. Smith. He hasn't been himself today. Burgoyne desperate to win it back. Pau Pepper got to get it forward now. They're a big chance here. The Cats have all the answers. Well-weighted kick. That's a bit of a gift. Delivers it inside 50. Guthrie is proving very difficult to pass. Humphries goes laterally. Can get and go. Throws it on the boot. He's hit up the lead. What a game he's having. They could be vulnerable here. Looking to get it down there quickly. Good disciplined defence. Pau Pepper. Myers accepted the invitation. That's a bit of a waste. They're tackling with venom today. Sweet with a deft tap. Winds. Richards heads in towards goal. And the kick is true. Great play.
Well, he saw the opening and put it away. Makes a real difference if you can consistently take those kinds of opportunities.
They've got one back. Let's see if they can double up. Sweet. He's rucked superbly in a losing cause. Burne-Jones. He's had little impact so far. Keen to get the ball moving. Not a lot of positives today. Burne-Jones. What can he manufacture? They might be out here. Delivers to centre half forward. Sweet clears the area. Boak. The Power haven't thrown the towel in. Atkins wins it back. Great mark. O'Connor has found some space. Stewart squeezes the kick. Rioli intercepts on centre wing. Can they keep the footy this time? Good thinking and good execution too. Rioli. Lord farms it out. Holmes in the centre square. He's kicked it the wrong way. Manard. Blitzarves had some assistance. Holmes. Henry. Dempsey. That's a well-placed kick. Looking for some quick ball movement. Stewart thought his way through it. Zerk Thatcher got a fist in. Cameron. Dangerfield. Neal under pressure. Heads towards goal and does not let them down.
That never looked like missing. It was a textbook finish.
The Cats by 34. Sweet, the winner there. Rosie, he's so clean with the footy. Georgiades read it well and claims the mark. They've got time to put the kettle on. Blitzarves with another spoil. Disciplined defence called for and provided.
They've got an opportunity here to get the ball down the other end quickly.
Trying to catch them out. Myers. His field kicking is normally first rate. Mullen marks in the back pocket. Dangerfield.